If you're wondering why I'm so wet right now, why my head looks like it just got used on the floor as a mop, I get very sweaty when I get angry, and I'm extremely angry right now because I just drove home from the gym, right? Leg day in the morning, recipe for disaster, essentially. It was a mid-leg day, 6 out of 10, yada yada yada. On my way to and from the gym on more than one occasion each time, so over two occasions, like 4 or 5 times actually, there was a biker. And you might be thinking, a biker? That's not only vague, but it doesn't really sound like anything that would make you angry, right? You know, it's just a biker, right? What could a biker do? I am so upset. I don't usually get angry, right? Does this look like a face I could get angry? No, it doesn't. So right outside my neighborhood on this side, I'm gonna put my mic down for this. There's a road, right? A 2-lane road, one going this way, one going that way, right? So boom, 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 okay? Barely any space in between those lanes, except for some parts where there's other neighborhoods on the side. There is a bike lane. There is, and it's roughly 2 or 3 feet from the shoulder. So this is the road. The bike lane is like right here, right? So it's a pretty good amount of space for bikers. At least I thought. And also, I drive a WRX. My car is kind of small. My car it's a little boy, so I should have enough space to go around people, right? No, because they don't give themselves enough space. On all 4 of these occasions where I had to drive around a biker, they were not in the bike lane, they were in the middle of the road. And it's always some old dude. It's always some old guy with his like skin tight shorts, heavy ass jacket. It's like 90 degrees outside right now. He's just, ooh, ooh, ooh. He's just on his bike, hauling ass in the middle of the road. 4 times, 4 different dudes. Each biker was 4 different dudes. 4 times today. It has never been this bad. And that is where the topic of today's video stems from. Bikers. Need I say more? Because people who drive every day like I do, and that like who drive around the same general area every day, again like I do, people who ride their bikes, they generally know what they're doing, or at least I'd hope so, because you know they have to be familiar with the area if they want to drive their bikes around it, right? Bike lanes are designated for that. And also, when I say bikers, I mean bicycles. I don't mean like motorcycle people or like scooters, because those are an entirely different ballpark. They're their own issue. Bicyclers, oh man, I would say don't get me started, but I'm already started. So let's get into this. Let's get into why I find it so annoying, because I can say from a standpoint of conviction, because I used to be a competitive biker. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not competitive, but I used to do biking as like a get together sport, like an after school thing where I'd go to this like shady bike spot in the middle of like a ghetto plaza, and then my mom would take me and my brother out to Chick-fil-A afterwards. But regardless, I used to do this stuff, and the craziest part was I biked on the same road that I'm complaining about right now. I biked on that very road with a massive group that I'm yapping about right now, which I have grown so much to the point where I can see how annoying that must have been for drivers. Because back then it was me and it was like 50 or 60 other bike riders. We traveled from where downtown was all the way near here, all the way near a school that's near here. And we took up so much space. And I was so happy during that time because I thought, oh yeah, I have all these really cool and really talented and really like disciplined and determined people around me. So why don't I just, why don't I just try extra hard, right? It was great. I remember that year as well, my weight plateaued. I was still in my gaining weight arc. I was still in my opposite of training arc. So I was gaining weight. When I started doing competitive biking, my weight plateaued. It was great. Really cool. But I just hit my mic, but it wasn't cool for the drivers that must have been so upset with us. The speed limit on the road I'm talking about is 35 miles an hour. All right, keep that in mind. That number will become very important later. 35 miles an hour, right? That road comes into a T section with another road. This road is 45 miles an hour, which is also very important later. I don't know if casual old biker dudes, like bicycle dudes, can reach 35 miles an hour, let alone 45. I don't think they can even reach 20. And it's very obvious, but they should at least know that the white line that has a bicycle icon in it that is 3 to 4 feet away from the shoulder is designated for them, and the whole road isn't. Because I don't know who is telling their grandpas to stop, but no one is, and they need to. All right. Let's take a deep breath. All right. I need to step back a little bit. I need to step back. All right, let's chill out. Namaste. I'm just kidding. This is so annoying. There are so many annoying things that can cause road rage, or not even road rage, but just classic annoyances when you're on the road. And this is one of them. This is something that is consistent, something that is bothersome. And when it gets this bad, it is really annoying, because I'm like in my car sweating my ass off because it's 95 billion degrees outside. And I'm like, oh, I want to go home. And then I drive a manual car, right? The Subaru WRX is a manual, all-wheel drive, great car. Regardless, I'm just driving, right? I have to downshift from third to second. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this guy, he's in the middle of the road. I guess I got to swerve around him. And then I look to my left, oncoming traffic. So I'm stuck in that weird gray area between 11 to 12 miles an hour behind this old dude in the middle of the road. And if you don't know how to drive manual, essentially, when you're in 11 to 12 miles an hour, that is too high of a speed to stay in first gear, but it is too low of a speed to stay comfortably in second gear. So I'm constantly having to like downshift and like rev match and then upshift to second gear. And then sometimes I'll shift even up to third gear because I'm like, oh, I'm going to pass him here. And then a car just comes. So I'm just like, what do I do? You know what I do? I stay on a road that usually takes me 3 to 4 minutes to get down for 8 minutes. It took me 8 minutes to get from that 45 mile an hour road to turn into that 35 mile an hour road. 3 to 4 minute drive, 35 miles an hour down the road. It took me 8 minutes. I was going roughly 15 miles an hour at best on average. I don't know what that means. And keep in mind, if you are a biker who likes to bike on public roads, that is completely fine. Just please be aware of your surroundings, and please, in opposition to the people I'm talking about, use the bike lanes. That's what they're there for. Do not bike in the middle of the roads. That's why I'm complaining. And now we're on to the 45 mile an hour road. Remember how I said 35 miles an hour was very important? 45 miles an hour, because this road is like the first road, except there's 2 lanes going this way, 2 lanes going that way. So a 4-lane road, right? 2 and 2 with a turning lane. With a turning lane down the middle, right? People on that road do not know how to drive. And especially since the gym I go to when I'm back at home, not at college, is Planet Fitness. People do not know how to drive. Let's just get that out of the way first. People don't know. I saw a gray minivan on my way home from the gym today. I saw a gray minivan just boom, pull out right into oncoming traffic in front of a black truck and another black SUV. They both slammed on the brakes and they started honking real loud. And this person just freaked out in the middle of the road and just stopped into oncoming traffic. So the 2 lanes were like this, and the person in the van was just in the middle of the road. What are you doing, dude? But that's not the point of today's story. No. It gets worse. 2 times. 2 times there was an old dude on his bike, his competitive bike with the really thin wheels, in the middle of the road. I don't know what it is. In the middle of a 45 mile an hour road. One person, so there's 2 lanes, right? 2 lanes going home where I was going. I was in the right lane because I don't usually use the left lane first thing in the morning because I'm not trying to, recreate Fast and Furious. But I'm in the right lane going 45, and I see this thing right on the horizon. This creature, this entity, this being. And it's a biker. I'm like, oh, he's in the middle of the road again? All right, let me just, swerve. Not swerve, sorry. Let me just get in the other lane. And so I try and get in the other lane. And then I see another one. It is a biker in the right lane going like 15, 20. And then there's a biker in the left lane, not too far ahead of that first biker, also going 15 and 20. And I'm the first person, somehow, I'm the first person behind them. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how upset I was. I have never seen this amount of stupidity before. In the middle of the road at the same time, 2 old dudes just chilling out like this. What is that? And I know my girlfriend watches my videos and she's going to tell me, hey, you need to calm down. You need to stop judging other people. I'm not judging other people. These people are trying to kill themselves. 45 miles an hour, going under half of that in the middle of the road right next to each other. That's like when you're in really bad traffic and you get up to where the traffic is like super bad at, and you see it's because two like 16 wheelers are just like matching speeds, like looking at us like, hey man, hey, yeah, drinking and driving, just like in the middle of the road, blocking traffic on purpose. I don't know if this was on purpose because these geriatrics probably don't even know what they're doing. I'm so upset. All right, it's been 10 minutes since I started recording, and I have not stopped talking about this, so I'm gonna wrap this up here. I am sorry, first of all. I'm very sorry for speaking with such anger. I'm not an angry person. I try my best to forgive everyone, and sometimes my actions in that moment speak otherwise. But again, I hope the best for those individuals, and I hope they all made it home safely, because from the way they were acting, I don't think they did. But regardless, that is not the point of this video. Please, like these gentlemen didn't do, but like I did, again, as always, stay safe.